Hi guys, it's Lizzy and it's Tuesday and I'm actually filming this on the day I'm supposed to be uploading it because life doesn't always go as planned. I've been busy and also very tired and I haven't filmed and planned videos like I should have, but I'm gonna get a video out there, I swear. I was very tempted to just take this week off and not make anything and post something to social media saying, sorry I didn't make a video this week. I'm tired and exhausted and can't get myself to get behind the camera or in front of the camera, but then I realized I don't know that anyone cares enough for if I did that. So I was just let me just make a video anyway. I woke up this morning and everything all over Facebook was about the presidential debate last night, which I did not want to watch. So I ended up listening to it through the walls of my room because our house has very thin walls and the TV was really loud. And then I saw it all over Facebook this morning and it made me upset and angry because I don't like politics in the first place and I don't support either of the main candidates or really anyone else for that matter, and it's very tempting for the first year that I will be allowed to vote in the presidential election to not vote at all because I have been none of the candidates are good and I can't do anything about that, and it's just it's stress inducing and I don't like it. So instead of talking about that, as I was so tempted to, I decided we're going to talk about something totally unrelated. I've been really inspired by the YouTuber Dodie Clark, or Doddle, and she has a second channel where she does mainly vlogs, and I'm been really enjoying watching that lately. I love her demeanor and her personality and the content that she creates. So today, in taking inspiration from one of her videos she made called Little Dodie Facts, where she talked about herself and gave I don't know how many little facts, I decided that instead of talking about politics like everyone else is going to be doing today, I was just going to give you 10 little Lizzy facts. Yay! From a young age, I have always wanted to be like my mom. I don't know why. She's just always been one of my biggest role models. And it's funny to the point that whatever occupation she had, that was my plan of what to do when I grew up. So whenever she was a stay-at-home mom, whenever I was playing games at home when I was 4 years old, I was I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've got a child. I'm a cook for it and I'll take care of it and I'll clean the house. That was the game that I played. And then whenever my mom sold Pampered Chef, I was that's what I'll do. I'll be a Pampered Chef consultant whenever I grow up. That sounds like a really weird thing, but that's what was going through my mind. And after that, my mom became a teacher, and so for a while I was that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my degree and I'm gonna become a teacher. And in hearing all the things about teaching that go on, I am at the point that there's no way that I would ever really want to do that. I still want to be like my mom in that she's a great person, and I hope to someday be as good of a mother and a wife as she is. But I don't know that I'm gonna have the same job like I thought whenever I was a child, so yeah. M&Ms are my favorite candy, and I have a distinct memory and reason why. Whenever I would stay at my grandparents' house, my mother's parents, whenever I was a little kid, preschool age, my grandpa worked for the telephone company, and it is one of my earliest memories is staying at their house and then hearing him come home and running to meet him and give him a hug, and then he wore overalls and they have a pocket in the front, and so I would give him a hug and say hi, and then I would check his front pocket and 9 times out of 10 there would be a packet of M&Ms, and I would sit and eat M&Ms with my grandparents, and that's just one of my favorite memories for some reason. It's really weird. And so yeah, that's why I love M&Ms. This is how much of a nerd I am. From the beginning, I I don't distinctly remember this, but I've been told that that's what happened. First day of kindergarten, go to school, I come home crying because I'm upset because I don't know how to read yet. Like, that was like my one goal. This is the one reason you go to school. You learn how to read and you can read books. And I was just so upset that I couldn't read yet because I wanted to read all of the books. And of course, fast forward 15 years and I've got, you know, shelves upon shelves of books and books beside my bed, and I read a lot. Even if I'm not reading books all the time, I am reading something and I write, and it's just a major part of my personality. Whenever I was probably close to 10, which would have made my little brother 6 or so, he played video games a lot. He played the GameCube and Game Boy, and so he played he played Attack the Power of Juju and Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine. Like, those were the top 3 games that we were playing, and I would just sit and watch him play. And then we created this like adventure story. Like, we would go in our backyard and act it out in like imagination games like little kids do, and then we came inside and he would dictate the story to me and I would just sit and write it out, and we ended up with like 20 pages of notebook paper in the end that had this story written out that was totally inspired by these video games that we were playing. There was, you know, a giant spider from Lord of the Rings and stuff about the desert from Attack the Power of Juju. There was like the hotel from Super Mario Sunshine and ghosts from Luigi's Mansion, and it was so hilariously like copying things, but it was such a cool thing, and like it is one of my greatest regrets to this day that I did not hold on to those papers, because I really would love to go back and read them at this point in time. Even though I am a very much a like basic white girl and Instagramming my coffee now, like I have always loved coffee. Even when I was like preschool age, I would go to my grandparents' house. Grandparents on both sides, and I would sit and I would drink coffee. Like, that doesn't seem like a normal thing for a kid to like, but like, I've always loved coffee. Just how it tasted, how it smelled. Oh, I love coffee. And this is tea. Oh well. I have this really weird memory of whenever I was, I don't know, probably 4 or 5, and I'd be staying the night at my grandparents' house on my dad's side. And my grandma, I didn't know this at the time, but she had done like hypnotizing things. Like, she hypnotized people to like get rid of addictions or like to sleep better or whatever. And so I have this memory of her basically trying to hypnotize me in order to get me to fall asleep. And she's sitting there and I've got my eyes closed and she's like, and you're gonna look and you see Noah's Ark. And you see all the animals coming on 2 by 2, and look, there are the giraffes, and there goes the elephants, and the lions, and the sheep, and her describing all these things to me, and like kind of trying to picture them, but then not being sure why I couldn't just lay in bed and go to sleep, and it was just a really weird thing as a child. Whenever I was in 2nd grade, I think it was, I got glasses. I don't wear glasses in videos because I wear contacts, and I'm not always like enjoying how glasses look and work on me. My parents and I had gone, I think it was to New Mexico to visit some relatives, and like I had complained already about not being able to see the board in class whenever the teacher was teaching. So they pointed at the television at one point and said, "Can you see that? Can you read the words that are on the television?" Well, yeah, I could read the words. Then they pointed at this, it was like a border around the top of the wall in like the next room that you could see it through the doorway. They said, "Can you see what that is at the top of the wall?" And I looked at it and I can't remember for the life of me if it was grapes and I said it was flowers, or if it was flowers and I said it was grapes. But whatever it was, I was wrong. And my parents were like, "Well, she can't see. We should probably get her glasses." And so yeah, I wear glasses sometimes. I have bad eyes. Something that I've realized within the past couple years is that I really wish that I had an interesting accent. And it may be due to the amount of like people people that I watch on YouTube that have a non-American accent, but like I hear myself talk in videos and I'm like, that would be so much better if I was British. And that sounds like a really weird thing, I think, but I feel like multiple people in the world have this viewpoint of I would be so much cooler if I sounded different. From the time that I was like 8 years old or so, I've always for some reason wanted to own my own business. Like, I can remember trying to like sew and make little purses and things, thinking, oh, someone will like this and I can sell it for money and I can have my own business. And I remember wanting to start a graphic design business whenever I was in middle school because I was really good at graphic design. I've tried to sell my paintings before. I sold Jamberry nails for a short time. Currently I'm a Young Living distributor, but that's a bit different just because I like the products. I'm currently trying to remake furniture and home decor to sell it, and just because I enjoy doing it. And so like I've always just wanted to work for myself instead of working for somewhere else, because don't get me wrong, having a job is great, but working retail, like, overall just kind of stinks, just because you have to deal with people. And I always wanted to be like, oh, I don't have a boss, I'm myself and I decide everything. Yeah. Okay, and so the last little Lizzy fact is basically my goals right now are to A, better myself to the point that I can support myself. B, move out of my parents' house so that I can like make all kinds of new videos and content, and like go out if I want to and spend money on whatever I want to, well, to some limit because I'll still have to pay bills, and to also find the person that I will marry, because whoever that person is, they must be running from me, because I am so alone right now and I don't like, and I have so many goals right now, things that I want to get done, and I feel like none of it's happening very fast, and I am one of the most impatient people in the world. So pray for me, keep me, like, think about good thoughts for me, so that hopefully all of this will go through well, and then I can have my own place to live, and go back to take college classes, and all those fun things. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you are having a marvelous Tuesday. And also, little announcement, I have a blog now. I used to have one, then I kind of abandoned it, and I've started a brand new one that's kind of more sophisticated, and I'm trying to post every Thursday, maybe a little more often than that, I'm not entirely sure. So I'll leave a link for that and my first post in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Shh, breath.